Hello, hello, and happy Friday! Welcome to Travel Quest Network's weekly chatter live. I am Joshua Harrell, and this is my co-pilot, Jason Block.
How you doing, sir?
I am well. I am happy to be here on the brightest show that we have ever had.
There are lots of lumens pumping.
Yes. Do you guys feel like we are shining bright like a diamond? We're so bright that we're even reflecting some light with whatever this baseball thing is back here.
It's not baseball.
Soccer, whatever it is. All right.
Let's make some noise!
So, welcome to the Weekly Chatter Live, and the sound effects are provided to you by our producer and just expert in pretty much a little bit of everything. Counterculture.
A Renaissance man.
He's a Renaissance man. Evan is behind the camera producing the show. So give him show him some emotion if you are enjoying this show wherever you're watching it. Right now we are broadcasting all around the world. Yeah. It's like the BBC.
Yeah.
Or the Weather Girls. I think there was a Weather Girls song that started. I don't know. Anyway, this is our weekly live stream where we get to talk about all things travel businesses, travel entrepreneurship. Sometimes
wherever the day takes us.
Yeah, wherever the day takes us. Wherever Evan takes us. So please, if you are a member of Travel Quest Network and you are a member of our members only Facebook group, then that is where the chatter is at. So please jump in there, share your wins, share your challenges, say hello, and we will pop over there and see what's going on in the chat from time to time. Plus, we've got a few guests that will join us throughout the show. You know, I always have to remember, not everybody watching has watched before.
Right.
So you kind of get this is what we do every Friday, but it might not be what they do every Friday.
I mean, it should be.
It should be. I mean, it absolutely should be.
It will be now.
It will be now, yeah, for sure. So we have a few guests that will be joining in, but what makes the chatter as live as ever is the chat that's going on in our members-only Facebook
That's right.
group, right? So, you're wearing a hat today.
I am. It was a bad hair day. Joshua.
Was it?
It was a bad hair day.
Was it?
Yeah.
So,
in fact, I walked into the office and, normally I have I wouldn't say that I'm, big into cosmetics and hair care products, but normally I put a little something in the hair.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I walk in today and Fanola says, "Wow, I like your hair. It looks different." I'm like, it's because I did absolutely nothing to it and it looked, ridiculous. And then Paul comes 2 minutes later and said, "Jason, your hair looks different. I like that." I was like,
but you had a hat on?
No.
I was going to say, because now I'm really worried.
I wasn't wearing the hat at that point.
So, Jason is
maybe the secret is to do nothing. Just, au natural.
So Jason is talking about our two categories sales specialists, Fanola and Paul.
Which itself sounds like a hair care product.
Well, you said that when
when you first told me their names, I was like, "That's a hair care brand."
Fanola and Paul.
Yeah, or like a fancy boutique or something.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Oh, I picked this up. Last week.
What are you wearing?
Fanola and Paul. Don't give them any ideas. They'll get wild with it. Way to go! I'm sure they're watching right now. They're just on the other side of the wall there. But yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Before we started the show. Again, if you don't have to be a member of Travel Quest Network to watch this show, but Travel Quest Network, we're all about the purple. And just before the show, I said, "Oh, you're going to wear a hat today," and he said, "You don't have to wear a logo to be on brand."
That's right.
So he got me because he's got his purple Dodgers hat on, which I did think that they were.
I'm impressed you knew it. You knew that.
Yeah. Well, he said it before.
Oh.
Yeah. So, are they purple or aren't they black?
No, they're blue and white.
So they just said, "Hey, we'll mix it up with some
I just
color."
thought it was a cool hat.
No, it's a cool hat. Yeah, it totally is. All right, we're gonna go over to the chat and see what's going on with you guys. Yes, and please, if you are watching this anywhere or listening to this, because it's also a podcast, please subscribe, sign up for notifications. I always see people on YouTube say, "Pound that bell." Pound that. So maybe we need to like
smash something.
smash
you're
the
supposed
bell.
to smash something.
Yeah, smash those likes. Okay. All right. So of course, when I got back in here, it reorganized because I did see that our Cynthia from Birmingham, she was in first. So
Yeah, girl.
so Cynthia, kudos to you. But now the chat got all mixed up on me here. So Tanya said, I am finally seeing my travel family again. Oh, I love that.
That is nice.
You know, our Erica coined the term Travel Quest Nation.
I like that term.
I like that, but I like family too. Good to have you back, Tanya. That's fantastic. Let's see. See, and this is when it's difficult because when it's all out of whack. Are you in order over
I'm
there?
I'm in order.
Okay,
but
what-
I've been banned from the chat.
Yeah,
so
you're not really good at it, but I'm really stinking at it right
I'll
now.
have to struggle
So
with something.
so why don't you go first?
You
Or
sure? You sure?
Yeah, because
All
it's because people are commenting on good things, and I am gonna mess it up.
Well, aloha, Rebecca says happy Friday and aloha. And I
Aloha
know
back at you.
You are most likely still dealing with some chaos with your clients and number of you in Hawaii, and that's a really sad situation there. So
Yeah. Family and friends too.
yeah, so that's something we're all thinking about, obviously.
Yes.
But today is Friday, and we will not be deterred.
We will not be deterred.
Alan got 2 great bookings today this week from Agent Profiler.
Alan, who took? If I remember this correctly, Alan, and you can don't correct me if I'm wrong, because I might have one part of the story wrong, but I don't think he was published.
Yeah.
I think he went from published to super agent after doing the Agent Profiler workshop that we put on. How we attack Agent Profiler, our special secret sauce.
Yeah.
It's not Thousand Island. It is a secret sauce, right?
It's much better than
It's
Thousand
much
Island.
It's much better. And now 2 leads this week from Agent Profiler.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Congratulations. Good
And
for
he's
you.
doing his first wedding shoe Sunday. I'm guessing he meant wedding show. But a wedding shoe might be cool.
I
too.
was like, is that
So
another?
good luck at the
I was
wedding
like,
shoe.
Evan, is that an acronym? Like a
I know.
a
Terrible.
shoe?
Terrible. Let's see what else we got.
You know what? But hold on
yeah.
before you go. So, Alan, you have to tell it. Come back. I know because you watch regularly. You have to tell everybody after the show what it was like, because I think there's just in kind of working with our members for a while, I think people who have not done those shows have a perception of what they are, and the reality is it can be extremely fun, and it's really kind of what you go in, but there's a lot of anticipation around it. So not anticipation. What's the word I'm looking for? Like you're a little bit
A lot of
nervous.
angst?
Yeah, you're anxious
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Not like Alanis Morissette in the 90s.
Well, no.
No, she was angst.
Yeah. But you're right. They and I've heard of people doing some really fun things, and obviously it depends on what they allow at the venue. But I've heard one advisor, this was a few years ago, they were telling me how they set up like a cocktail stand at their booth, and they were doing like tropical drinks, and
That's fun.
they have a line,
I'm
as you
sure,
can imagine. Now, obviously, you can't do that everywhere, probably.
Yeah,
but
I'm
might
sure
wanna
because
check with the
because
venue.
of them now there's a
Yeah,
rule,
yeah,
there's a
there probably
clause
is.
like
There
do
probably
not
is.
let so and so travel vacations come in.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Tyson Warden, one of our members, he forever has done community events where he's put up a tent, had business cards,
Right.
Very very simple. I think it got more elaborate as he went along, but what I gathered from him is that it was more about him connecting with the community. So that was his expectation. The ROI isn't going to be immediate. It's more about I'm going to use this as a time to create my own environment within a community event, and that has paid off, and he continues to do it, and continues to grow.
Angela Larson is booking her first cruise group with an influencer. So that is interesting, and I know we'd love to hear more as that unfolds.
Yeah. But fortunately, we get to see Angela at World 2023.
It's coming up.
It is in just a few weeks.
The days are ticking by. We're almost there.
Time goes by so slow. No. It's gonna be so much fun. So I can't wait to hear about that.
Yeah.
That's
very cool.
I'm curious.
Let's see. We have, lots of wins, lots of happy Fridays. We have Allison, happy birthday. Allison Bartlett, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Allison?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought she was saying happy birthday to...
Yeah. Jeff thinks the studio is looking interesting. I think it's looking fantastic, Jeff. That's just me.
Noise!
But I heard from a birdie that I might be evicted from the studio pretty soon.
Let's just say you want to tune in next week. He'll still be here. But things are going to
Manning
get...
the co-pilot chair, no doubt.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm just going to say that it's a team effort around here. I mean, this whole 3-camera thing, I don't know if we're going to do it. No? We're not going to quite do it. Okay, this whole 3-camera thing, oh, no, I guess it would be kind of dumb to go there. So we've got some cool options with these 3 cameras, so we're going to make sure we make the most out of it. But we have kind of a part of all this, the change is we have more partner spotlights, live partner spotlights that are going to be coming from the studio. And our studio is not that big, so we, some more logic...
efficient use of space
yes,
we got going on.
Yeah. So very logical people here, Evan and Jason said, why don't we just like half the room up, and one half is partner spotlight and one half is the weekly chatter. And so that was great. And then our friends at Carnival sent us a very large surprise that we will unveil next week. So it kind of, all the timing was good. So you have to tune in from the very beginning of the show next week. Yes.
We got multiple surprises.
Yeah. Surprise!
This is interesting. Amanda Williams just got her California Seller of Travel registration.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah. That's great.
How long does that take? Have you?
Well, it depends. I mean, it doesn't take that long, but
yeah,
it's not like a 2-second thing either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's very interesting when you start to deal with licensing, insurance, all this stuff like that.
Anyway.
Some stuff is like super easy, and you're like, wow, I expect that to be so hard, and then others.
I hate to say it, it's one of those things that you ever go somewhere and you walk up to the counter and you ask a question and you get an answer.
Yeah.
And then the next time you're there, you walk up, you ask the same question, you get a different answer.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those things.
That's how it is.
So it kind of depends who you get and how it goes.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. I know that it's a necessary thing, and it's a very important accomplishment. So good for you.
Great. And Patty Kennedy made her first booking 2 cruise cabins. Not 1, but dos.
Yeah, girl.
All right, yeah, girl.
That's awesome.
It was Patty, right?
Patty, yeah, congratulations.
Oh, Patty. Love it. That's fantastic.
And almost as exciting as that, Lisa Hodrick says go Bucks. She have to give. Well, it's still here. I have
Bucks.
Yeah, I know.
That's not baseball, it's the football.
Let's make some noise!
All right, you ready for our National Day? We're
Is
early
this
in the
from
show.
Bill?
Yeah.
Okay, Bill comes to us almost every week. He took some time off, and I missed the emails that he sent.
I know. This one is, I think, perfect
Okay.
for this show and for our group. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
It is National Never Give Up Day.
I love that.
I love that. August 18th. I'm going to put that on the calendar.
National Never Give Up.
That is terrific. So, what's something you almost thought about giving up? And you're proud you didn't? Don't you love being put on the spot? Can we turn those lights even brighter?
No, that was no. Something I almost gave up, but I didn't.
Yeah, or something you gave up and you're glad.
Um,
Well, that's not the never give up. So,
yeah, never give up. I'd say, you know what? Well, you and I. This sounds kind of cheesy though, but you and I talk about the company a lot.
Yeah.
And we have. What did I celebrate my anniversary? You announced it the other day. It was 6 years.
6 years.
It felt like 60, but it's changed. It changes so much. Your business changes so much, and you want to. There are times when you want to give up, and I'd say there's, especially through the incident, as the Icelanders call it, times that I wanted to give it up. But I'm glad that we're still here. Isn't that a song? But I'm here. Yeah, I guess that would be mine. What about you? Do you have a good one?
I don't know if I have a good one.
Okay.
Let me think about that.
Okay.
We'll circle back.
Okay, we'll circle back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill, though. I love that Bill comes to us with the national holiday, and that 1 week when there was dueling national holidays that didn't sync up, so I like that.
Alan's, by the way, says he went from nothing to super agent in 48 hours.
In 48 hours.
So that is evidence that, if you put your mind to something, you can knock it out pretty quickly.
Yep.
So, awesome job.
That's true for
Sandy Haddock said, if everything comes through as it should, she should level up at the end of Sweet November.
Level up her gym stats?
I believe that's what she's referring to, which if so, that's awesome. Congratulations.
So, for those of you who don't know, at Travel Quest Network, we have our recognition program. It's based on gems. I don't know why. I don't know why that might have been a thing, but as you hit different milestones, you move up the gemstones by their value. And I remember you were doing the research of it, and you were like,
almost sounds like the marketing pitch that we wrote down.
Not at all. Not at all. But you know what? This is called
live. We keep it real.
It's called live streaming. And
the gem program is cool. Like, it's a great way to not only to recognize people, but for like just that moment of self-congratulation, which is okay, right? Like sometimes we like, oh, I don't want to brag, or it's okay, especially as a business owner. Like when something goes well, you got to take a second and give yourself a little pat on the back, even if it's not public. You can be like, yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
And that's important.
It is. So just kind of going along with that. Every week it's now, or every other week it gets updated in WorldVia Pro for our members if they move their status. And one of our members who we talk to quite a lot, I'm not going to call her name out because I know she wouldn't want that, but she made it up into the Diamond Club, and she ran a report, and it ended up that she was in the Diamond Club, but it hadn't quite updated on Pro. So I was like, not until it is official. And when it became official, I sent her. I went to send her a voice recording, and I messed up. I was going to sing "Diamonds Are Forever" by Shirley Bassey, and I messed up, and then I had to delete it real quick. So then she messages me back, and she's like, "Okay, now I'm really curious." And then I sent her the full recording. But congratulations, you who made it into the Diamond Club this week or last week. So congratulations. You know who you are.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Rebecca Anderson also says she is on track to level up very soon as well.
Oh, is that what it's called? Level up?
That's
I
what
guess
they're
it
calling
sounds like
it.
a video game. I like it. Level up.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a like Mario Brothers sound effect.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Emily says she stalks her gem status. Do you just sit and hit refresh?
Yeah, girl.
Well, so then she's really happy that now we've got the system going where it actually updates. I love it. Yeah. Well, listen, before so Angela Larson, she was talking about doing a group with an influencer. But last week, Angela had sent us a video question. And guys, please just take your phone and send us a video question. Send it to support@travelquestnetwork.com, and we will get it in the show. It just so happened that Evan was in Philadelphia. He didn't get the message, and then we told him 5 minutes before we were starting. So he did get Angela's question. And I want, she sent in 2 questions. So we're going to do one, and then we'll let the, we'll do the other one next week.
What do we got?
The question is, so which would you rather, a long vacation at a mid-level property or a short one at a luxury property? And you guys at home play. So what would you do? Long at a mid or short at a luxury?
I'm going to go short at a luxury.
Okay, but I want to clarify that with you.
Okay.
Because I've traveled with you a bit, and you love to travel.
Yeah.
But you also get bored. You want to get home.
You think so?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that can be. But like time, I place a lot of value on time, right?
Yeah.
And so if it's not going to be great, like I don't want to spend a ton of time doing it.
Yeah, that's
Right?
great. So every time I've traveled with you, it wasn't going to be great, so you left
That's
early.
not true.
No, I did. I feel like.
When did I leave?
I feel like you all heard that.
No, the question.
That he was like, I don't leave early. Oh, I only leave when I'm traveling with you.
No. But like, let's say you're going to go for, and I don't know what long and short we're defining that as.
Yeah.
Let's say you're going to go 3 nights to something that's just super, super awesome, or a week to something that's middle of the road. I'd much rather the 3 nights at something that's super nice.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think if it was a destination where I could go and do a lot of things, I don't really care about the accommodation.
True.
So if I am going to be out all day, like at a theme park or exploring, it doesn't.
Some city that you've never been
Yeah.
to.
In fact, it probably bothers me to spend a lot of money on a luxury experience if I'm going to be off property. Yeah. So, anybody chime in on that?
Buy that. Yeah, we have. Oh gosh, we have a lot.
Ooh, I like it.
Let's see. So Shannon, she's going with short luxury.
Which Shannon is that?
That is Shannon McCloskey.
Yeah, of course. She's
Rebecca-
too busy. I'm sorry, she's too busy.
Yeah.
I don't even. She'd be short anywhere. She's like, oh, I'm here, I'm there, I'm. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rebecca Anderson, long at a mid grade.
Okay.
Tyson, long at a mid grade. Daniela, long at a mid grade. Michelle, short at a luxury. Lisa, long at a mid grade. Erica, short at a luxury all day, she says. Tanya, long at a mid. Bill, long at a mid. Sandy is in the short luxury camp.
We really
Amber's at the short luxury. It's
we should
evenly
have
divided.
really tallied that up because this is a very divisive
Two
question.
more for
here.
long and a mid. Yeah, I mean it's pretty. I think long and a mid is the most popular, but it's not. It's pretty close.
I just don't do well sitting, like being in one place too long. So that's why I think the cruises where you are going to places like that you've never been before, I think I like that part of it. But the cabin gets boring to me. Like it's like so I don't know. I think I would like to be just traveling all the time, but just not in one place.
Yeah, it's interesting because like you think it like how do you define luxury too? Like if you really want to start like nitpicking, in some places, like if I'm at a beach resort, the property to me is important, like the facilities.
Okay.
The restaurants are important.
Okay.
The room, I don't really care how nice the room is.
Okay.
I mean, I do. Like, we don't want bed bugs or anything, but like if it's not, like I don't need a palatial suite to be very comfortable, right? Palatial suites are great, but but if it was, a really nice hotel, but like a mid-grade normal room, that's fine, right? So I think it depends like how you define luxury a little bit too, like what's important.
Yeah. I think the most luxurious vacation I've done was in Jamaica, and nothing about the property was high tech or fancy at all. In
Yeah.
fact, it looked like it was frozen in time. But the way that I never had to think, like everything was anticipated, because they've been doing it for centuries. That's what it felt like. Do you know what I mean? Like that to me is luxury. I don't know.
Let's see here. Rebecca's now making it real and no longer just a fun hypothetical. She said, "If I'm paying the high airfare prices, I'm making it worth my time and staying longer than a few days." I think that makes sense.
She said, right now, at this moment in time, when
Enough of this
airfare
foolishness.
is ridiculous. Oh, I'm with you. Just planning a trip recently, I had to get creative and listen to our travel friends and their creative thinking, because I was like, this trip is too stupidly expensive. I can't do this. Anyway. All right, well, keep on in the chat. We are going to come back. I felt bad that we didn't get back to the chat last week. But please do send us your video questions, and we will get them on air. But we have to let Evan, go sometime. We have to feed him. We have to nurture him. You can't feed him after midnight, and he cannot get wet.
No.
There you go. All right, so I think it is that time. I think I heard the little chime in my ear where it is our Tyler Rose, Miss Velma Tollison, coming to us with some numbers. You there?
I'm here. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Hey, Velma.
Hello.
How are you?
I like that shirt, Joshua. Very bright.
Thank you. It's I heard it was mistaken for silken pajamas, but my alarm was going off, so I had to keep running past the door. This one is the one that said it. But anyway, it's always such a pleasure to see you. Now, Velma, I apologize because I know that you were getting ready to join the chatter. And I am messaging you because you were You were not only the keeper of the sales numbers, but you've been keeping your eye on the getaway. And I just wanted to ask, and I don't know if you had a chance to look it up. Do you know if we still have spots available on the getaway?
I do know that, and we do.
Okay, good deal. So, if you do not know what the getaway is, because while I had Velma here, I wanted to make sure we acknowledge it. On December 7th through the 10th, right? Okay, good. I don't know why dates make me nervous. 7th through the 10th is our getaway at the Maraval Armani in Punta Mita. And this is the first year that it's been opened up to any member who wants to attend. It's a part of our gym program, so therefore our Diamond Club and Crown Club get to come, and that's a special benefit to them. But then if any member wants to join in the fun, they are welcome to come as well. So right now, if you are interested in joining us in Punta Mita at the Maraval Armani, which is a beautiful property, I've been there twice. Just go to WorldVia Pro, and under Learn and Events, you'll see the event calendar, and you will see the link to sign up and find out more information about it. So anyway, Velma is the one that gets all the emails. That's why I had to ask her. But anyway, that's not what you're here for, right, Velma?
No, I'm here to celebrate. We have some great sales this week. Well, the first one, it's hard to believe. This one is in the number 3 spot. And it was just so outrageous that I contacted the member to ask them, did they make a mistake? And so, no, they did not. So it's a gross revenue of $110,000, which that's not real dramatic. The weekly revenue is $17,792. That's awesome. what makes this so dramatic is that's one sale. That is one.
Whoa.
Yes, that's why I contacted. Just wanted to make sure. And I want, you know how nosy I am. I
Yeah.
wanted to know what it was. It's a 71-day world cruise with Viking Ocean. We're in the big league now. Hey,
Yes.
our members book world cruises. Yes.
That's
Wow. That's a great trip.
wow.
And a great commission. Well done.
Oh, yes, yes. Great, great. Now this couple, they'll go on this trip, they'll have a fabulous time. Then maybe next year they'll book it again and they'll take a friend. They'll take someone with them.
Those are the best clients. When you find one, you have to like literally grab them and hold
Oh.
on to them and never let them go anywhere.
And never, never.
If you
no.
find one of those World Cruise annual rebookers,
Yes.
Yeah. But if
Mhm.
I really would like to meet somebody that has friends that they'd like to travel with for 71 days. I'm just saying I have friends and I love them, but there's a three.
What's your limit?
There's a 3-day month
days.
to sale.
Okay. So in the number 2 spot, gross sales for the week 134,759. Weekly revenue of 19,868. And it's not a lot of bookings, but several bookings with AMA Waterways, Silver Seas, and then some sightseeing trips that they booked through Expedia and Viator.
Wow.
So, yes, yes, great sales, great week.
That's what is to have Ama in there and Silver Sea. River Cruise has been a little soft this year, so it's nice to it's looking like 2024 is going to be pretty amazing.
It does, it looks that way. And then in the number 1 spot,
He still doesn't have the. Doesn't I swear he can download as many different sound effects as he wants, and Evan will not get the one that actually has the symbols at the end. He's gonna do my head in.
okay, so we're taking quite a leap upwards on this one. The weekly gross sales 306,285. And a weekly revenue of 35,701.
Wow.
I'm going to list the suppliers this member booked, and then I'm going to go back and tell you how many groups were in this list.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Carnival, Disney Cruise, Holland America, MSC, NCL, Princess, Royal Caribbean, Virgin Voyages, Delta Vacations, FunJet, and Walt Disney World. Now, out of that list, the groups were on Holland America, Carnival, NCL, and Royal Caribbean.
Holy moly.
Yes.
Because that means that this person has been working on several groups, and they finally all wrapped up so they could be invoiced in one go. Good? Yeah.
And while they're juggling all
Yeah,
that,
girl.
they're making individual bookings and keeping up with those too. So
That's fantastic.
that's great.
Wow.
it's awesome. So this is a great week. Great job.
Yeah, great job. Well done, all of you, even those who didn't make it into the top 3. You guys, the invoicing activity has been off the charts. So keep it up and keep on learning. What I think does Delta say? Keep on climbing.
Keep on climbing.
Keep on climbing. And then Velma, we've got you. We're going to see you Monday at 1 Eastern for a conversation, right?
That's right, with Sarah Cantor.
Oh, one of our Diamond
the-
Club members.
That's right.
And the very
The
first
very first.
Monarch Agency of the Year. So, that's
I wish I could sing because that
It
like
needs
the
something.
year. Yeah.
Monarch, you're a Monarch Agency. And then he does that to me. Anyway, All right, Velma, we will see you real
Okay.
soon, and we definitely do not miss that that conversation. It's going to be on Facebook and YouTube, so and you can also watch it on WorldVia Pro. All right, see you soon.
Probably on the nightly news next week.
Is that what it
Yep.
is?
I'm just
Okay.
saying. Okay, bye.
Bye bye.
And if you haven't read Velma's new weekly column, The Check-In, you need to do that. It's a quick read,
Yeah.
but it's extremely educational. She answers questions that come in, and she does it in a fun way. So check that out. Look for that each week. Highly recommend it, and I've recommended that to our whole team here as well.
He did.
I loved this one the last week. I just loved it.
Yeah.
So check it out if you haven't done that.
So you can get checked. That's what you want. You want to get checked.
And speaking of invoicing, when are we supposed to invoice?
At time of booking.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's our weekly public service announcement.
Yeah. Evan, take a note. We should have a little PSA moment, and where it breaks away.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's like from like when we were kids. It'll be like just a black room, and it'll be like, invoice at time of booking.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I think
The
we
little
get
star.
like Sarah McLachlan to take a pause from the puppies and talk about invoicing.
Please invoice at time of booking.
Yes.
If you're at home and watching this and you're thinking, why do they talk about invoice at time of booking? I cannot tell you how much time is essentially diverted away from the things that you want. You want more things. You want us to keep on expanding all the things that we offer you. But time gets diverted because we have this check, but nobody has invoiced for it. This lonely check. So please invoice at time of booking. Please. Okay, that's the PSA.
Ellen has suggested a Schoolhouse Rock style video.
I'm just a bell. That's all I remember from that. Oh my goodness. Let's see. So we've been talking about World, our annual conference in Orlando, coming up very, very soon. But I was starting to think about this because now we're planning for 2024, not only World, but our road shows, our immersions, Discovery, all the different things that we have going on. And I made a note that I really wanted to talk about investing in yourself as an entrepreneur because it's, and this is not, I mean, yes, we would love for you to come to our events, but this is not a plea for you to come to our events, but it's just honest to goodness. You don't know until you do, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what the benefit is. And I think I told you, I used to work for a marketing agency that worked for business-to-business companies. And a trade show to me was painful because we had to put together a lot of those. And I was just like, oh, this is so awful. But yet, the moment, I think everything changed for me the moment that I joined our company and went to the first industry conference. It was where a lot of interaction happened and a lot of friendships form and business relationships that kind of fuel you.
Well, I think it's even bigger than that. Like as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, a lot of you have fallen into this. Like I know I did, and it's because you're capable, right? Like the whole idea of like, hey, I'm going to go start a business. By definition, that means you believe you're capable, right? Like you wouldn't do it if you didn't.
Right.
So we fall into this trap that says I can do it all.
Right.
I don't need help. And I still struggle with that. I've gotten a lot better, but you know, early on in my business life, I thought I don't need any help. I know what I'm doing. even if I had no clue what I was doing. I like tricked myself into thinking I did. And then you hit a point one day where you realize I can get so much further. Not if I have other people do things for me, but if I bring other people into my orbit.
Yeah.
And I learn from them.
Yeah.
And I ask them questions. And I get some other ideas. Or I hear an idea from them that gives me an idea.
Yeah.
That's where you really start to see exponential stuff.
Yeah. But you have to be around people that are, they don't necessarily have to be doing exactly what you do, but they have to be, I guess, like-minded in a way. I think to even be in that orbit and allow for that instantaneous either collaboration or inspiration.
Yeah.
And sometimes their idea can really be kind of stinky, and then you can be like, yeah, but thank you for sharing
sure.
that, because I'm going to make it so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I find too that you can get complacent around your education. And I'm not talking about product education in the travel space, but just keeping up with technology and the different types of tools that you can use. Sometimes you just have to kind of jump on in and see, will this work? And you can always kind of get out of there if it doesn't. But if you don't try, then you don't kind of get inspired to do things maybe in a different way, more efficiently. But also, I think, you said not necessarily doing stuff for you or having people do stuff for you. But I think it was Tony Robbins. I was listening to an audiobook from him, and he said something about doing the lawn, mowing the lawn. And I don't have a big property, but I've got a lot of stuff I've got to maneuver around, a lot of roses and dahlias and stuff. And so it takes a long time to mow the lawn. And he was talking about, what could you do with that hour, 2 hours, or whatever? So is that worth $50 to pay somebody to do your lawn? Probably. So I don't do my lawn anymore. I just enjoy that time with my family. So anyway.
Which there's a value to that too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't want to travel with them, so I'd rather just anyway. All right, so before we go over to New Jersey, I just want to pop into the chat, or why don't you pop into the chat? So you got 20 days.
Yeah, would you believe that?
Until
in 3
World.
weeks from right now, we will be in sunny Orlando at the world famous, beautiful Waldorf Astoria. Pretty exciting.
It is exciting.
Less than 3 weeks.
Yeah, and because
20 days and 20 hours, that says.
And because our team has been working on this for over a year. I mean, it gets started, before the last, before the event that we're in, we start planning the next one. It is so cool right now at this moment. There's that little bit of nervousness about, is everything going to come together right?
Yeah.
And I was sharing with one of our partners. I said, they're excited about coming to World, and we have more partners coming than ever before.
That's exciting.
Yes, and such a variety. You guys are going to be so excited. But I said my day goes from the event website. It wouldn't crop people's photos right, so their faces were getting squished. So there was like little tech to how many faux diamonds fit in a vase with a tea light. These are really important questions when you're putting together an event. And I hope Amanda Kelly is watching, because I know she has done many, many corporate events, and I bet she had many days like that. So, so let's go over to the chat real quick. Do you have...
let's see. Patty is seconding Velma's column, says it's great.
Yeah, go.
Christina says if you can get your lawn done for $50, take it.
I might have been fudging that number a little bit because...
But the principle holds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought about that as I said that. I was like, I bet it doesn't cost that much.
So, one thing I wanted to mention, and this is just an awkward segue, but it's important. I want to talk about live chat. So the live chat, you can go into WorldVia Pro
Yeah.
to connect with our support teams. And I was talking with Relia, who manages our member success teams, and she said, I was asking her about live chat, and more people are using it, and I was like, okay, number one, let's, does it work for mobile? Because I didn't know the answer. And sure enough, you open WorldVia Pro on your mobile phone and click the little icon in the bottom right, and it takes over the full screen, so it worked great. I did notice one thing, though. I was typing it in, and I hit done, on your mobile keyboard, hit done, enter. Mm-hmm. That doesn't actually send the message. So make sure you click the little arrow, send button. Because I was sitting there, it's taking them a while to get back to me. But sure enough, once I hit send, Deb responded very quickly. So definitely use that. And really also told me to remind everybody that you can also use the live chat to talk to our commission support team. Not for making commission inquiries. You still do those in Commission Manager. But for just general commission or invoicing questions, live chat is a great option. So and it's manned 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern, just like our phones are. So just wanted to give a little quick plug for live chat. It's a great way just to, chat.
Can I have camera 2 for a minute? And we'd also like to wish Relia a very, very happy birthday this weekend. I'll sing for you later.
Angela's giving us a +1. She loves the live chat. And Patty says everyone in support is awesome. I think so, too. They all do a tremendous job and work very hard.
And we call them our success team. It sounds so much better than support. I use a bottom support, but I am successful with the team.
Don't know where to go with that one.
Yeah, I couldn't think of what a back support. A back support would have been much easier. But you know what? I think you should take us to New Jersey right now.
Jersey. Erica, are you on the line? Is somebody pumping your gas for you, or have they finally allowed self-serve? I can't hear you, but I can see that you're pumping something. No sound.
All right.
No sound, no bueno. Wah,
Yeah,
wah,
no bueno.
wah.
So, sorry.
Well, maybe
I think I might have some notes.
maybe you can come back in and we'll see if that clears up the signal. Don't you love when the World Wide Webs let you down?
Well, I had been talking to Erica earlier, and she so we always do video calls, and the same thing happened, and then she had to restart her whole computer, and then she got on and she said every time when she plugged in this one microphone, it makes her whole computer not work. So I'm thinking, so then poor Odell, who supports us in our technology, is like, between the big things, there's also the little things.
I think maybe she came on and saw me full screen. She's like, nope, not doing it.
She's like, no.
No sound, sorry.
Well, I can jump in for Erica.
It looks like we got a busy week.
Yeah, so Erica comes to us most weeks with a microphone sound and tells us what is coming up within the network, where you should tune in, things that you should be aware of. So I've got a list here real quick. We've got partner events, Ecuador road shows with Travel Leaders Network, August the 21st through the 24th. Sorry, and isn't that Houston?
Did you say you're about to say Houston again? Weren't you?
Yeah.
Yes, it's Houston.
Yeah, Houston, and Seattle, San Francisco, and LA. And then we've got a few of our partner shows coming up. Delta Vacations is hosting Impressions by Secrets. Secrets. It's a secret. All right. And then Travel Leaders Network is also hosting LeBlanc and Palace, a talk exclusives, new opportunities, and hot updates. We have another of our Terry's Lux Discusses happening, and there's actually quite a bit happening next week. So you want to check out the calendar and make sure that you tune in live to anything that's coming up that's going to help you be more informed and entertained. We like a little infotainment around here. Why are you laughing? You're laughing at chat.
I
over
know.
there.
This is why I'm.
That's why he's not
That's
allowed
why
to
I'm
do
not
it.
been banned.
He doesn't say who. Like,
I'm going to tell you. It's
Yeah, but
just very
sometimes you're
funny.
like, yeah, there's a lot of people saying Happy Friday. But
So Bill had a great idea.
Okay.
I wish we would have saw it sooner. He said we should have had Erica full screen, but you doing the audio and her just pantomiming. That would have been good.
That would have been good.
Maybe that's an idea for a future segment. We'll have to hold on to that one.
There was a show, an improv show, where they had to do that, where the person did the arms, like they had to put their arms, and the other
Wasn't
person
that
behind
the
them.
one?
Whose line
Whose
is it?
line
in?
is it?
Yeah, that was always funny. Yeah,
It was a good show.
yeah.
It's a good show.
What else is going on in chat?
Let's see. Jeff Bartlett. He'll be going to the Travel Leaders Houston event.
No, it's Houston.
Houston?
Houston.
Rebecca let us know that Oregon recently also was a state that did not allow you to pump your own gas, but they wisely updated that law.
So the first time I drove through Jersey, I didn't know that was a thing. I don't carry cash, and every place was full serve. And I am like, I'm on the turnpike. I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta find one that will just let me do it by myself.
I'm sorry. I just have this mental image of you rolling up in like this, I don't know, convertible 1960s Cadillac with a personal valet, and you're like, I don't carry cash.
No, it got so bad that I had to tell the person, I was like, I can't tip you. I'm sorry. Do you take cards? I didn't know. Like, he was like, this is New Jersey. You don't pump your own gas. Anyway, that was embarrassing. It was more embarrassing that everyone else knew that and I didn't. But, oh well.
Well, Jersey, you know, they march to their own beat.
Yeah. But,
You know?
I remember.
That's why we love Erica so much.
Yeah, oh yeah.
She marches to her own beat. I think it's fantastic.
Dance to the beat of your own drum.
That's right.
But I when I was a kid, though, that was very common. Like, you had the full serve and you had the self-serve, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And one of my grandpas, they both lived in Fort Lauderdale. But one of my grandpas, he always went, the works, like, you know, and they'd scrub the windows and
yes,
yeah.
I vividly remember. I was 16. 'Cause remember, I was driving at the time, but I was riding with my grandmother in her big old town car.
Okay.
And so we go down the street in Seminole, Florida, right? And she's like, ride with me up to the Texaco to get gas. I'm like, okay. So I'm riding with her. We pull in, and we're self-serve and full serve. And, you know, I'm driving now, and I'm like, why don't you pull in the self-serve? Like, let's go. And she goes, oh, no. And she pulls down into the full serve, rolls the window down, and she's like, oh, and she knew the guy, 'cause, like, she's like the mayor of the town, practically. And same thing. Oh, well, give me the works. And this guy's like, you know, practically changing the oil.
Yeah.
Like, he's checking the wipers, he's doing it all.
Yeah.
Hey, we must have been there for 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
in Florida with the windows down. I'm like sweating.
Yeah. No, that was it.
You know, it was her chance to get out and chit chat a little bit.
Yeah. And now, you barely even have a person working at
right. Right. So I can't say it wasn't. You know, maybe that was a better way. Maybe it was.
Maybe New Jersey has it
everyone
right.
should just slow down for a second.
Slow down. Yeah. But please make sure you carry money for a tip. That has cost me more times than I'd like to admit to.
I don't do cash.
Yeah, I don't do cash. Whatever. So is it time for little headlines?
Sure. We have some interesting stuff here.
You gotta wait for the sound effect.
Minion Land, for all of you Universal fans. Did I say that right? Universal?
It sounded like you said urine verse.
Okay. Universal. Yes, so they have opened Minion Land officially, and it is going to be Despicable Me themed, and it encapsulates the. Let me get this right. The. What? This doesn't make sense. Oh, it's going to encapsulate the Minion the Minion mayhem, but it's going to have a bunch of new stuff, restaurants and so forth. But it's going to have a new game, which they're calling a new blaster style attraction. So I'm hoping that's one of those rides where you kind of ride around and shoot stuff, which sounds really cool.
Oh.
So that's cool. So that is now officially open at Universal Orlando. So check that out. And just going down the street a little bit, Disney is unveiling details of their new ship, the Treasure. And that's going to be on August 30th. On Wednesday, August 30th at 11 a.m. Eastern, they're going to do a virtual reveal of the all-new vessel. So that's going to be exciting for all of you Disney fans and all you cruise aficionados. And then sticking on the cruise theme, Celebrity is bringing 4 ships to Florida. Let's see here, the Equinox, the Summit, the Apex, and the Constellation. And they'll be sailing out of Port Canaveral, Port Tampa Bay, and Port Everglades. Happy to see my old stomping grounds getting another ship there in Tampa. So 40 new itineraries that will be open for booking in just a few days, August 22nd. So be looking at those. That's great to see more options coming out of those ports.
Yeah.
For Celebrities, mark your calendars for that. Interestingly, some of those will also be stopping at Perfect Day at Coco Cay. So the broader Royal Caribbean International sharing the love amidst their sister brand and allowing Celebrity to dock there.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
And I've heard it from a really good source that that they're, it's a perfect day, but they might be looking at ways to make that Celebrity Perfect Day maybe a little special. So I'm just saying, keep your eye out for it.
Yeah. And Amber wants to know if I slept last night. Yeah, I did, but I will admit, not great. And Bill is giving me some clarity on the new Minion ride. He said you stand, it's a moving walk, and you stand and then you shoot from the moving walkway. Which that sounds pretty cool.
So essentially, okay, are they onto something? Because I don't know much about this.
Okay.
So essentially, instead of waiting in a line for a ride, they make the line the ride. I'm thinking that's a pretty good idea.
I think that's pretty cool. I think it's pretty good. And one last little note, just when you thought you had mastered all of the different hotel brands, like I finally got them, all 900 of them. IHG is introducing another one, and it's a conversion brand, meaning they're going to look to convert properties from other brands into it. It's going to be in the mid-scale space, and it's called Garner, Garner. So it's kind of a value-oriented, mid-scale, high-quality property is what they're going for. So be on the lookout for Garner. One more that you'll say, who owns that one?
Right. It does get... I mean, I do like when they don't necessarily put the parent brand everywhere, but when they say, oh, do you have your honors card? Then I'm like, oh, this is Hilton? Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. No, that's interesting.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
No, I got to work with IHG a long time ago, and they almost treat coming up with their concepts for their brands sometimes like a fast food restaurant does. They, like, how can we do something different? So I have to give it up to them for, they don't just stay with the same old,
And it's funny, like, people gravitate to a familiar favorite. Like, once they find kind of any... And it doesn't matter, like, even if you're a luxury traveler, odds are at some point you go on a road trip and you stay at a Hampton Inn, right? Mm-hmm. That's your preferred in that segment, let's say. Mm-hmm. and people definitely have their preferences.
Yeah.
So I know I do.
Yeah.
What is your favorite kind of mid-level? You're going on a road trip. I know you avoid driving longer than a few hours at all costs.
Was the Intercontinental, is that mid?
I know you like luxury, Joshua. No, the Intercontinental is not. It's not what I would term a mid-grade road trip property.
So I would say that I think the Hilton Express.
The Hilton
No.
Garden Inn?
Is it the Garden Inn?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
The green one.
The green one. The Holiday Inn Express?
Yeah, there you go.
Those are great. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Hilton Garden Inn, Hampton Inn, or the Holiday Inn Express I will do.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are.
I was a Hampton, but you don't see them as much as I haven't seen them as much. I don't do car rides anymore like you do. You do a lot of that. He goes to
you
Buc-ee's.
are
He goes to Buc-ee's.
a rich and famous
celebrity
like Joshua, you don't get out much.
Yeah, I don't get out of the car. That's right. No, just roll up. All right, guys, it's that time. And so sorry that Erica couldn't join us. But maybe her computer just was acting wacky because they had such a great groups immersion here a few weeks ago. And that was, again, watching that in Miami, watching you guys have fun. I was really, really, I had FOMO so bad. But just, one last, take a look at us right now because next week, the big reveal.
I hope so. We're going to have a full bar with a tap put in. We'll have a big screen.
So your pour...
The transition will be complete.
Your pour can be better. Who is it that criticized?
Alan.
Yep, Alan.
Don't worry, Alan.
We're going to get
Long
his
memory.
pour. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us live or watching us on demand or listening to us on your favorite podcasting type thing. Please follow us on all the socials, especially as we get closer to World and during World and after World. There's going to be a lot going on in social, so you want to follow us. See you next time.
Love y'all.